Spin this shit up. All right, here we go. Saw the intro video. Okay, I'm a little loud right now. Let me turn that down just a bit. So, for those not who weren't tuning in last night, have a believer's map, small map here. Subjugated the hive really quickly. Marched across here. Subjugated the peacekeepers who unfortunately just decided to fight to the end. With the help of the Spartans taking over the Gaians, the other ones going on here. Somewhere I should have a probe team that is ready to go march in. And I'll see if I can just buy off Gaia's Landing here, because that seems appropriate. I mean, I guess this guy could come over. I don't know if that connects, but foil probe team. I thought I had 2 probe teams. Oh, we'll see. Anyway, my goal for the day is going to be Sparta builds the weather paradigm. That's okay.
Initiated. Production complete.
UN headquarters builds recycling tanks. Good for them. UN headquarters is on a building up into usefulness in the future mode. And then what I'm looking for is somewhere I thought I was building the Empath Guild, but apparently I am not. That's fine. Take out these mind worms, because really. And then everyone else just kind of hang out over here. Santiago I have packed with. I guess I can just. I guess I can start exploring this direction. Now, impact foil is going to go. All the way down south. Foil protein. Kelp forest. That should be helpful for somebody. Oh, here's the crater.
Turn complete.
That will be a useful spot if I want to do some more expansion. I gotta remember not to leave these bases undefended.
Mod recovered.
Because Spartans are not exactly trustworthy. They have a oh, that's not very good. Spartans, that's also not going to be good. Let's see if I can get away. That's a fungus over. Well, that's not in the fungus. Great. Goodbye, goodbye, probe team. All right. So let's build another base. Spot. Could have seen that coming. Hey, Ray Kitty. Good to see you in the chat. I have no idea how long it's been there. The chat doesn't actually tell me when things join or don't, so there's just no noise coming from the general chat vicinity over here. But I'm glad you're here. So these guys have decided not to cause trouble with me, and I'm alright with that. Maybe there's someone else around there they can be pestering. Just kind of cruise out of there on my way. Going. Oh, hey, there is someone over there. And that is who I was hoping to be taking out. Let's explore it this way, shall we? We've got Sunny Mesa. We have this ridge. that the west side of this always has some really good nutrient stuff going on. There seems to be mostly unclaimed land over this way. Here's the university on screen. You've got Gatling speeders. I should. Okay, so university wants to trade some data.
Yes. Critical.
All right,
Absolutely.
always willing to do that.
I would go so
Some
far
Gatling
as to
stuff
say
on
that
my
you
own.
were conducting.
Let's see if it'll let trade maps. No, doesn't seem to be. Oh well. I always forget how zones of control actually work in this game. But they seem to just be a straight up block. There is university territory right there. Seems to be a lot of uncontested land too, since there's nothing flat up next to it. Fine. Hey. And not only did I catch the artillery on that rawr, not only did I catch the artillery on that Isle of Deep, I caught the isle itself, which I'll bring back over here, I suppose, to use as a transport. Start getting some ships across over here. So, gonna march around over this way.
Complete.
That's definitely Morganite territory. And as soon as I see them, I will have the Planetary Council. And it'll be between me and... how do I get to the graphs here? HQ. What am I looking at? Okay, I forget how to look at the comparison populations for each of the factions, but I should have between my population and the Hive, who will also be voting for me, I should have enough to actually be voted planetary governor.
Production complete.
So, you built that. Guess what I need you to build? Probe teams. Start with the basic probe teams so you can go buy. So we can try to just buy up guys landing here. Because I'm the believers, that's what I do.
Indigenous life form.
Oh, stop.
Perhaps a careful review of your options is in order.
So everybody come back around. Terrible Swift Sword, you hang out there. You hang out. Mind Worms can keep exploring. You come back around the Terrible Swift Sword. You look around. Yeah, a little dead end in there. Come back up here. Yeah, sure. Explore down this way. I know this game has an automatic explore function that I'm simply not using. I forget. I think it just gets a little, it doesn't actually tell me where things are going, so I'd rather have a better sense of what's actually happening. Speaking of what's actually happening, I think I saw a base in drone riots over there. No, that's probably not actually. That's probably too far out of range to actually be doing anything useful. So you're gonna sit around and build network nodes. Can I not build? Oh, you have a recreation commons. Have you? Okay, you were in drone riots, but my governor took care of it. Governor is actually super useful in this game. It's good at knowing when to excuse me, when it keeps you out of drone riots basically, and it keeps your resources optimized. And I seem to have quite a bit of forest and monolith going on there. Hey, capture the spore launcher. When I first played this game a while, when I first learned to play this game, I always underestimated the artillery power. But since playing more recent games that have similar similar mechanics, I have come back around on the usage of that in at least limited circumstances. What does these partners want? Probably a trade. Solicitous. Are 60 energy credits for his comlink frequency? Sure, I'll pay for that. Or I'll sell that, I suppose. And we're finished here. You just come around to here. Do some better reconnaissance over here.
Indigenous life forms.
No.
Turn complete.
And then I'm going to get attacked by the other mind worms. Or maybe I'm just not. So you're going to come down this way and start looking for... Somewhere in here is where the Morganite territory is going to... They've got to have a coastal city somewhere. All I need to do is run into them. See if that guy can get himself healed up a bit.
Recovered.
100 more energy credits. That'll be good for buying up guys landing.
Turn complete.
Looks like the ridge, fullest ridge here is actually entirely unclaimed, so I should try to get a base down. Certainly that would be the best spot between there. But maybe somewhere in here and maybe somewhere down here if I decide to start doing some expansion again.
Production complete.
Headquarters builds children's crash. Always build more science.
Production.
I know I'm the believers. I'm gonna fall well behind on the whole science thing. But that's what I have probe teams for.
Production complete.
Sea formers, you are going to need something to keep your people happy over here. And also, if I get around to attack, it's F5, yeah, project stuff going on here. If the university gets the Empath Guild up, that could be a problem for me. So maybe I should take them on before the Morganites if I find them. But there's also going to be some technological stuff there. I was hoping to have at least air superiority before trying to take them. The virtual world will be super helpful because that turns all the network nodes that university gets for free into hologram theaters as well, giving all the psych bonuses that come along with that. You, in the meantime, just get to automate. You how do I... Somewhere there's an option for build a road to... I think it's Control R? Yes, build a road to... Let's go ahead and build a road across all this focus over here. Alright, so we've got our Isle of the Deep. People come around and actually board that. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. Okay, good. Let people come around and board the Isle of the Deep so I can come actually attack people over here. Probe team, elite probe team. This shouldn't be a problem at all. Quite aware of that.
Mission accomplished.
I'll just buy this city. Thank you very much. Oh, Spartans found out. Oh, darn. Leavers these guys landing and really take a nice foothold on this continent over here. It's not the greatest location for a city, but why are you... Is that mine or is that not? I don't even know. Guess we'll find out. But all the units that I seem to have picked up seem to have landed over here. And I guess I could take a trip up through the UN headquarters and try to do a quick march over the ridge up here. But for now, I think I just send a single extra garrison unit. You go. Oh, she's gonna be pissed, isn't she? Obstinate. Yeah, I'll give you that money. Oh, she declared war entirely. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's,
Turn complete.
I didn't even notice it, her declaring war entirely, but she must have found that out. So I guess she just got me to buy off peace, but that's all right. I didn't really want to deal with her yet. She'll come around and stab me in the back. That's fine. Oh, university's getting the empath guild. That's going to be a problem. So maybe it's time for me to go take out the university after all. But that would mean going upstairs. I really would rather just take out the Morganites right now. It just means I have to find them.
Bot recovered.
Explore. Where? Why don't you have any coastal bases here? You must just be sitting right there. Ha, finally captured that one. That's a Yang. That's a hive sensor array there. If I built something somewhere in here, it might push the border over it, but I don't really think I care right now. You are going to go also up to UN headquarters, because I have a feeling. You, on the other hand, get to go march into university territory, because university is particularly vulnerable to... University builds the empath guild. University base, I can't even take it over. Elect planetary governor. Yang is voting for me. Zaharov has a fuck ton of votes. I shouldn't have pissed off Colonel Santiago. That's no good at all. Alright, so I have 29 votes for me. You'd get me at 42. Alright.
Juvenile sea lurks, when isolated from the collective planetary
Looks like we're taking out the university.
perform astounding feats as underwater sheepdogs. Vast schools of calorie-rich sporefish may be herded by only a few well-trained specimens. Just don't let them get too close to the fungus, or they'll turn on you like a razor shark. Captain Ulrich Svensgaard.
So that should have given me quite a bit of a boost there. Jerusalem needs some serious growth going on. The formers are doing all they can, so... New Jerusalem, I have the command nexus already spun up. So I think it's time for me to build up some serious business. Infantry here. Oh, I've been picking up all these and not really even taking a look at them. None of these are really useful. So, our laser infantry, give me a nice 6R.
Got the spinny.
Is the stream hiccuping again?
Oh, it's back.
Alright. Thank you for the warning. Pick up a nice 6R of that. 6R speeder. 6R destroyer over here. I guess it's not technically a destroyer. I guess destroyers are on the cruiser chassis because that makes sense. So yeah, let's start cranking some big guns. For the prototype, we'll do it as a speeder, I think. Now, I could just straight up attack that that speeder right now, but it's kind of not the most useful just sitting in there. So I'm just gonna kind of let it be. Someone building over here. I wonder if that's Morgan. Okay, here we're now that we've got in touch with Morgan, we've seen all the spaces there, but also realizing that Morgan isn't really our problem right now. As much as I came into this game hoping to take him out. Oh, come on. Nah, just let him pester Morgan. As much as I came in hoping to.
Pod recovered.
Whoa.
Pod recovered.
Hoping to take out Morganites, it's looking like that will actually be a strategic, not the best way to go. So, instead of destroying capitalism, we're going to go ahead and destroy science. Terrible swift sword. You look like you could use a protein. So you're going to sit here and wait till that... You know, on second thought, all these people turn around, go back over to Guy's Landing, do this trip overland. You'll wait for your, wait for that support launcher to come around, though. A little more healing for that one.
Indigenous life forms.
Oh, indeed. Please capture. Nah, never mind.
Turn complete.
That's another little glitch of the game, that if you have a chance to capture the mindworms or any other native life forms, it will calculate that chance and potentially just capture it immediately. And then if you don't succeed, then it will tell you the odds of actually fighting. So you can try to do the capture for free, and if you don't get it, you just go ahead and run off. So, and when I start spamming the R laser ships, those will have a perfectly reasonable chance. You're going to wait until you're coming around to board. When I start upgrading to the R laser ships, those will actually have an advantage against the... Okay, this is that side of University territory, so I'm going to need to be walking that way. Maybe? Yeah. So you just come down. Okay, let's not do this more than that much at a time, in case we run into something trying to get in my way. Okay, Yang's already at war with the Hive anyway. Or with Yang is the Hive. Yang's at war with the University already. Oh, the University wants to chat. Solicitous, what does he want? No, Yang has already surrendered to me. Ha. Oh, you're still up for trading data. Research hospital, nutrient restrictions lifted. I'd completely forgotten that was a thing, which is probably why New Jerusalem is not growing anymore. So
which creates them. Academician procures a harv.
see if there's any other trades he'd be willing to make. All right, no. Why is that suddenly undefended? You're gonna finish that. Thank you. And yes, all right. There's a tower down here. I don't need to mess with that.
Indigenous life forms.
Oh, phew. Maybe I did needed to not mess with that. I'm starting. Oh, the university has the crater. That's a nice spot for them to be hanging out. No.
Terraform complete.
Terraform complete. I don't know where that was. So what am I leading in? Tech and military. So clearly I should be spamming. Why are you just stockpiling energy? How did that happen? Yeah, alright. Oh, why did... Alright, thank you. Alright, so you have the garrison. So now you can actually start being a reasonable base. Recycling tanks. Everyone needs recycling tanks. Commerce committees starting to grow pretty big up here. So you are going to start spamming some speeders for me. And fortunately for me, there are these nice monoliths hanging out in here. See if I can't locate another base to actually start trying to send this probe team into. I also got to realize that this probe team's far from home. Whenever this probe team does anything, they're gonna have to run all the way back to Gaia's Landing. So maybe actually the first thing I should do is try to buy up one of these bases nearby. See if I have the money to do that.
Indigenous life forms.
And if I do that first, it's a chance of pissing off the university, which I kind of intend to do eventually anyway.
Turn complete.
But then when I do start doing more probe team stuff in here, I can because this entire landmass here is all going to be university. Like when I start probing stuff around in there, it'd be nice to not have to run over. And see, this is why I put armor on my C-formers, because a unit is considered military if it has armor or weapons, and if it's non-military, it gets a penalty against. Yes, you can. It gets a penalty against. Excuse me a second. So saying a non-military unit gets a penalty on side defense, but if it doesn't But if it has armor, and if it has the resonance armor, which gives a bonus on side defense, then all these sea monsters come up and try to eat it. And so it's like, oh, all right, well, I don't have to worry about you. So, hallowed ground, hitting quite a bit on the support, so should probably be building up non-support related, non-support needing stuff. So, buildings. Let's do a biolab. I don't think I've built one of those yet.
Terraform complete.
And my headphones suddenly got very loud. Investigate the monolith, healing, repair. Let's try to figure out where the hell where is this base and how do I get to it? University doesn't seem to be very big on the whole coastal base thing. A monitoring station exists, I guess. This one here, there, and that's coastal. Let's track where I was over here. You're hanging out there, assuming the Spartans are going to attack me from over there somewhere. Hive is starting to go spread. Oh, hello. University is launching some probe team nonsense of their own. But mine are better. Copernic Observatory. That would be presumably a super cheap base to pick up. And really the other advantage of having the mind worms in front here is that they are immune to probe teams. So no matter how much Zaharov has going on with his stuff over here, I can just kind of march through and eat probe teams as they try to move into my territory. So seems to be a bust on this on this coast looking for university bases, and there is in fact no way to get around that. That's an entire that's just a complete wall of land across there. It's not even anywhere I could really build a base to put a canal in. Like, I guess that would be a canal spot, but it's too close to UN headquarters. Those would be canal spots, but there's a base hanging out over there. So that really is just a dead end for all of my anything naval going on. So we move onwards. That was not an efficient way to move around that. Let's go over this way. You still hang on.
Complete.
And here we have my drawing glitch again. So let's look around, see if there's anything we might be forgetting here. Nah, probably not. Bulshudi Dvor. Zara Ize. I think you sit there and watch for those probe teams to go by, but do nothing until we successfully piss them off, which I think I am about to do.
Request confirmation.
Yoink.
Mission accomplished.
And despite the base now being specifically mine, it looks like we got away with it. The university, in fact, has no cause to believe that it's anybody's fault but their own that the base is now just under my control. So, oh, they declared vendetta anyway, so they did have cause. They did have cause for that. So I pissed them off. But I think this is the point where I want to see this through and at least maybe capture one or two more bases. Oh, you already moved, so I can't actually do anything with you.
Perhaps a careful review of your options.
Yeah, go ahead, splatter that colony pod. No, actually, sit around next to the colony pod, and then when it creates an undefended base, you capture the base. Because that's how that works. Send that back to Guy's Landing. Hopefully pick up a few more troops over there. Let's go ahead and discover. No, Autocratia discover. You are not very good at defending your bases here.
Turn complete.
Procor. So.
Production complete.
UN headquarters builds network node. Good for them. UN headquarters gets to just build random shit. I don't really care. I do care. You have formers. You need formers.
Production complete.
Foil probe team. Good. Build some more R laser shit. We go attack a bunch of stuff. We need to have some nails. Period. We got like, I guess we've got 3 ships on the seas already, but that's going to become necessary once we start hitting Spartans. But you have to come over this way. Just come out into the sea. We'll figure out what to do with you from there. Probe team, march across over this way. You hang out and repair yourself. You hunt down that probe team that is falling behind. Oh, jeez. Am I immune to probe actions yet? Bases and units cannot be subverted by standard probe teams. So that probe team just sitting there is really going to not have a great time with doing anything.
Turn complete.
Normally I'd be worried about them just coming in and buying that base back for cheap, but that doesn't seem to be really in the cards. That could be a problem. What does Morgan? Non-committal. Do not attempt to interfere. No thanks. Ah, but you want to trade. You are my friend. Planetary transit system. That could be good later if I want to go into an expansion. Supply crawlers are badass if I want to get more. Wealth is not. No, only hits a -2 now. It goes from +1 to -1. I'm at war right now. That would be bad. Oh, you're my best friend now. Free market's always a terrible idea.
The prevalence of
Ecological engineering, mineral restrictions,
combined with the presence of
lifted.
nitrated compounds, has led to an astonishing
Just a bunch
variety
of cool
of
stuff with
underground
formers.
organisms, which live in the absence
Oh,
of
I'm so
oxygen.
sorry I suggested smashing capitalism. Capitalism is suddenly going to be my
The
friend.
mountain and I, until only the mountain remains.
Until I smash it after all.
Li Po from the Yang collection.
I would like to see your world map, actually, yeah. Ooh, an advanced synth metal sentinels prototype. Alright.
Production complete.
Lily of the Valley builder cycling tanks. Why does Lily of the Valley not have formers? You two get to wait for transport. What else did I just... Okay, I guess I don't actually know where that colony pod ran off to. It'll pop up somewhere. In the meantime, I need to bunker down in Belushador.
Nutrient resources.
Nutrient resources, blah blah. Okay, go pick up the bunker down Belushador. I guess you can go back over here and start bombarding.
Turn complete.
The wicked have told me of things that delight them.
Now we're getting into the big stuff. Somewhere in here, one of these is a way to get to fusion power. And I don't know what it is. Or I could just go straight for the straight for the chaos weapons. But I think I remember neural grafting being ridiculous for some reason. Bioengineering, mind machine interface. Neural grafting on the way to fusion power? Or is synthetic fossil fuels? Air power. I think it's neural grafting, actually. So, there's an easier way to do this. Fusion power, pre-sentient algorithms, advanced military algorithms. So I need to go to optical computers, AMA, pre-sentient algorithms. That's right. Wait. Okay, I remember that being the glitch that if you go to the base screen, you can give orders to units that have already moved. Did I have any extra hanging out? No. Good to come through here.
Indigenous life form.
And just keep covering that. Ooh, okay, that's... Didn't I pay to complete that? I don't know. I guess it's done now.
Turn complete. Production complete.
UN's down there. The university's starting to download some shit for me. I should return the favor, get that probe team back in play. Headquarters builds formers. Have a bunch of shit building up over here. So energy banks. Always build energy banks. Elusive transfer garrison. So you're actually going to keep building garrison units because you're a frontier town. Yes, smash the probe team. You come back over here. You start smashing that. There are only probe teams defending that base. What are you even thinking? And just automate that. I like having automated formers. They're actually super helpful.
Terraform complete.
Okay, I saw you actually build the symbols this time, so you're gonna have to buy that up. Yeah, right. Yeah, destroy climactic research first, and then we'll turn around and take out that thing that's hanging out over there. Capture? No capture.
Turn complete. Production complete.
Valleys, building formers. You're gonna need a recreation commons here.
Production complete.
There's the R laser speeder. Now we have our prototypes going on. UN Commerce Committee has some serious production. Tree farm maybe could be useful, but always energy banks. Energy's maybe a little broken. I forget what I had you doing. You were probably building a road? Maybe, yeah, you're building that road. I guess you can't build roads through fungus. So I'm gonna, what? No. Okay, that's a glitch I remember happening. Sometimes you have or try to order a unit to do something and it would think you're ordering some sort of automatic forwarding from base to another base. Okay, yeah, you actually have sentinels up. So smashy smashy. I thought I had tech stealing up, but apparently I don't, so I don't actually get to. You, however, get to upgrade. Yes.
Turn
Splattering
complete.
at that until I capture it.
Improvement destroyed.
Okay, so someone's gonna have to go deal with that spore launcher, but I really don't want to do it.
Production complete.
New Jerusalem is going to definitely need a tree farm, get some serious growth coming back. So we're coming into growth already.
Although planet's native life is based, like Earth's, on right-handed DNA and codes for all the same amino acids, the inevitable chemical and structural differences from a billion years of evolution.
Oh, I totally missed the not paying nearly enough attention to chat. Good night, Ray.
To humans. Juicy ripe granate fruits may look appealing, but a mouthful of organonitrates will certainly change your mind in a hurry. Lady Deirdre Sky, A Comparative Biology of Plants.
This one, excuse me. That's why I preferred my streaming setup at home. I actually have Chatty set up so it'll actually make noises when people are chattering at me in the stream. So, sorry for missing that. Good night. We have a biology lab up here. I'm going to just go ahead and, more for the purpose of hitting the plot point, build the mind worms. Jerusalem has the tree, has built this speeder. We're just going to go right, at least speeder can come down and deal with this spore launcher. See if I can remove this fungus without pissing off the hive. I don't know where that was, but it'll be useful. On screen. No. You know, you realize that so have I, right? Bring everybody around. Disembark some units. Come back up to Little Valley and try to pick some stuff up from there. University base is the one that I really want to pick up because Relativity School is going to be good too. But I really want to be breaking deep into the heart of the university here. Really need to capture these two things because they're kind of game breaking at this point. Let's go ahead and hit up the data links. See if we can figure out what to do in here. Relativity School. Alright.
Mission accomplished.
We now have another elite probe team running around that I can start making a mess with. That's going to be really bad. Because that's going to fuck up all of my Underseeker algorithm is really going to fuck up all of my probe team actions, and they know it.
Production complete.
Guys, landing has a lot of catching up to do. That's just a scout rover. So it just gets come back into Medushi. Let's get the map and get out of there.
Begin with the function of arbitrary complexity.
Or by get the map, I mean get
Sense
the
data.
pre-sentient algorithms, apparently.
Then take a result, square it, and feed it back into your original function.
Everybody gets to come up the river.
Turn complete.
Spotter, a lot of stuff going on I don't necessarily care about. Keep doing stuff. Keep learning the things.
Correct in making leap from wealth as currency to wealth as energy.
Oh, what is the planetary
Logic
energy grid?
failure.
Oh, that's the badass one.
Wealth ultimately is extension of desire.
You hurt yourself. Attackers are always at a huge advantage. Oh, hey, you're sitting right there. Relativity School, that's Mir Lab, though.
Turn complete.
What is hanging out with my, okay, you're just a rover. Splat. Why are you trying to march through the... That's weird. You're marching through the fungus like it's no big deal. Let's take out your probe team. Oh, rude. I've actually got a wall set up around your lab. So that's going to make my life a little more difficult breaking into there, but that's still, like, it's not the hardest thing to do. Like, I'm the believer, so attacks are just fine. You don't have any defenses greater than 3 right now, so the wall's W to 6. 6 is what my weapons are doing already. And I get an attack both with infantry against bases and just as the believer is attacking, so I'm still super fine. You're gonna just hang out and keep the pressure on? No, you can go ahead and start pestering monitoring station. But again, with not having a lot of coastal bases going on, there's really not much for my sea forces to be doing here.
Turn complete.
Yang, thank you for clearing out that
Production complete.
the valley has some catching up to do. Children's crash. Yeah. So you are going to go back around to here. So our laser squad. All right. Yeah, just keep attacking. Oh, it's a probe team. Ooh, didn't know that was still there. All right, that became a mess. But that's fine. I can bring ships in and be firing on that. So at this point, attacking Copernic Observatory is just gonna destroy it. So let's see. 306 energy credits now. Just keep taking stuff. Advanced military algorithms.
From the beginning of time.
So I should be able to research. No, power. Power is going to be everything for me. Except the industry penalty. Is the industry penalty actually that bad? Morale bonus and the support bonus are brutal, but I don't think that's necessarily. I mean, it's either of those two. Still need to be. If I've got enough units down here already, the industry bonus isn't actually the worst. Or the industry penalty isn't actually the worst. And it takes all the various units I've got down here, and it just makes them almost unstoppable. So let's actually save some money and not try to do that.
Resources.
I just can't win. Can't win.
Turn complete.
Spartans building a genome project. That's fine. Our laser foil I've learned is not actually useful. But I have drone problems, so you're going to go to wreck commons. You get to go. So these Spartans are actually building sea bases. So you are going to go hang out in that general vicinity. I believe that is my elite R laser speeder. So I guess Copernic Observatory just gets to, if they grow in 2 turns, building sentinels in 1 turn, I will let them grow and then smash it on. Or then capture the place, capture the city. How much is, you're like 100 upgrade, but you're totally worth it, because that's got I don't have the 100 to upgrade you. So you get to go on the march anyway. Your lab is in fact too far from the ocean for me to be firing on it from there. And you have nothing better to do than...
Turn complete.
Okay, hang on, heal, but then you're gonna go start exploring the pole caps. Yang looks like he's gonna start doing some expansion. Spartan's building a genome project. Yang's expansion I'm always ambivalent about because it's Yang and it's the hive, but like he's already surrendered to me. So like, I mean, I guess I could go have a conversation with him, see if he has anything more to hang out, more to find out for me. Just some map exploration. A defeated a defeated AI never really has never really does all that much. Okay, so never mind. Taking out since every attack actually reduces the population by 1, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that base for a whole 1 energy credit. I mean, I could have kept poking at that until they I realized I could have kept poking at that until they ran out of credits entirely, but that seemed like a poor use of my time. I've already got a toehold in here. And now, I guess I'm entirely out of sea bases to be pestering, so... Artillery bombardment failed. How does an artillery bombardment fail? I do like that I have Yang just up there dealing with my... Okay, UN Commerce Committee. You are going to build planetary energy grid.
Project initiated.
Losing some energy to inefficiency. That's alright.
Terraform complete.
I guess that's what the Scout Rover is actually going to be super useful for, is really pestering and hammering away at these probe teams that are going to be running around all over the place. I mean, they can't do a lot to me, but hey, that was rude. These can't do a lot to me. They're still going to be kind of a pest. And then I guess the last thing, 2 to 2. Are you? Oh, because you're everything in there. So yeah, hang out. You do nothing. You can tell that I've been playing a lot of Civ 5 recently because I forget you can stack units, honestly. And I forget how much of a defensive bonus that gives you because it lets you protect your attackers So let's go ahead and start bringing this guy down. Speeder engine.
Enemy project initiated.
Yeah, of course, Morgan's planetary energy grid. Ah! Plot point! Book of Planet. Jessica, I need you to join Dr. Westcott's team at Hollowed Ground, you say, indicating a base in the secure zone on your 3D hollow. Standing below the dais of your audience chamber, your aide appears no older than the day she first joined your personal staff. Jessica has clearly kept to a strict longevity regimen. Now at 153 planet years, one of your most effective talents, she is ready for her first major independent assignment. Have I offended, sister, that you send me away? Hardly. Jessica, your DNA prints indicate an aptitude for the new psi training. A genetic diagram swirls into view on the hollow, with the relevant portion of chromosome 21 highlighted. Dr. Westcott and his military ecologists have been breeding mindworm specimens in captivity, and they believe a properly trained telepathy can be bonded to the nascent boil, making an extension of the self. Become a mindworm boil? Jessica asks, somewhat horrified. Become? Not really. Control? Yes. Jessica, the military potential of this discovery cannot be overemphasized, and you are the only talent I trust for such an assignment. We need brood trainers, Jessica, and I need you to be the first, the leader. As you wish, sister, Jessica says, steeling herself to the mission. As she retreats from the dais, you are troubled by a vision of Jessica clawing at her face, mottled worms spilling from her eye sockets. You hope you have not signed Jessica's death warrant, for she had been a most promising talent.
Production complete.
Hallowed Ground builds mind worms. First native successful breeding. Probably because the Spartans just destroyed the Gaians. Which I guess remind me to go free them when I go finish off the Spartans. They may end up being the last ones I take out. Anyway, from over here, we are looking at what will be useful. Hallowed Ground, no. I think I just need more infantry.
Production complete.
Devore builds a second useful thing. And we can start building some base things. Although actually, that's going to be also useful as a second, as a garrison for this base, because I'm about to take it. Let me use the mind worms. Splat. Rover takes the base. And Zaharov is going to be annoyed, and he can basically go eat something. That didn't make any sense at all. Go ahead and pick up some more research data. Let's see if I can finally...
We have reached.
I want to keep doing this until... Why did you go all the way back to New Jerusalem? The she's right here. I guess I don't actually have anything useful to do with this mind worm. Wait, I have a Isle of the Deep. Coming back around again to meet up with everybody over here. How much are you to upgrade? Only 140. You have to be up to that, but that's okay. I don't have that, first of all.
Turn complete.
Keep resting there. Zaharov is gonna be pissed. Never. Prepare to be annihilated. I have no interest in bribes. I probably shouldn't take your calls until I've gone ahead and actually captured your wonders. Because if you don't, if you offer a surrender and I refuse it, you will never offer any future surrender. Oh, you need a resource recreation commons. Why are you all the way over there? Ah, fine. Come all the way back down.
Terraform complete.
Scout rover. There's relativity score. And there's the whole hunter-seeker algorithm, which I'm going to want to take out. Virtual world will be a massive boon as well. So there is, in fact, my next target, and it's utterly undefended. Oh my god. How is the university so bad at this? Ah, this is amazing. Everybody gather at Mir Lab.
Turn complete.
I don't see how the university is considered so far ahead in this game because they have nothing defending themselves. I mean, I guess you don't get points for just having units sitting around, so sucks to be you. Wow.
Production complete.
Commenting on your subordinate's appearance is still going strong in the future, I see. Yeah, it's true. I'm never going to say this game isn't problematic, but it holds a special place in my childhood. So, network nodes. Alright, so, as I told you to do in the first place, finish building that road. You get on the ship, get on the ship. You were already on the ship. Why aren't you on the ship still? You're just gonna hang out later. Someone has decided to put protein in my way.
Perhaps a careful review of your options is in order.
Fortunately, I have rivers hanging around that are immune to your probing. Or I'll just straight up capture this base. Because that makes my life easier. Because I had a lot of moves with that. You keep looking around. Huh, he's still trying to get me to pay him to end this war. But I just need to go find University Base, which might just be in the middle of the crater, but I suspect it's down here. So, monitoring station is a distraction. Oh, you got your fusion. You invented fusion up there already. That's unfortunate, and that's gonna make my life a major pain. So I have to actively kill you before you get too many more zones with that. Which I think I can do. I capture University Base, I pick up the Empath Guild, I pick up quite a bit of population, and then I can really turn on... I'll probably Sparta first, honestly. Sparta is going to be much more of a pain than the Morganites. Ooh, University's downloading my stuff again. Oh, you've got an R-Laser prototype. R-Laser rover prototype. Let me tell you about R-Laser. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just keep... Go ahead and try to keep the Spartans happy.
Production complete.
Sword gets a wreck commons. Oh, wreck commons. What are we doing up in here? What does Terrible Swift Sword even got going for it? It has sea formers, so an aqua farm will not go unappreciated.
Terraform complete.
Lily of the Valley is looking at having some extra, has some mind worms floating around. First, let's bring Spartans are doing some exploration out this way. Now, where this scout rover? Scout's got a scout. Scout. And maybe go looking. Baikonur. Baikonur is a mess and really not my problem at all right now. Turns out everything goes wrong when I take away all of your holotheaters. So I will continue looking there. You are University Base. Not entirely undefended, but still worth hitting pretty quick. So right now he has no walls up. I've got a 3, I've got a 6 out, even without some good advantages. I'm gonna go ahead and stomp on that. And I really feel like I'm starting to overreach with my speeders out here. Especially starting to leave Relativity School undefended like that, because monitoring station... Oh, I might regret this. No. So, they only have an artillery there.
Turn complete.
Station. They have a rover there, but it's an artillery. So 1, 2, 3. They can't get around through here through my zones of control. Block the road off up that way. Okay, they can't just run back in and take Relativity School. That would really mess with what I've got going on. You're still going to be downloading all your... Oh, here you go.
Improvements destroyed.
Spartans have decided to Spartan. And if that's how they're going to be... Okay, you already moved. I guess monitoring station gets to have a little reprieve. Oh, you didn't even... You were... Ah, you fool. Yoink. And I have the Empath Guild. So let's call a vote of the council. There's a new governor in town. Transactions. I don't think I'm actually getting a lot of those because I don't think I'm getting a lot of commerce transactions because I'm only friends with Yang right now, and they are. Hive is not in the best place to be doing commerce transactions. Let's see if Hive just wants to. Oh no. Fine. I should not leave a scout rover immediately next to that base, should I? But let's actually march up this way first. Baikonur and Monarch Station are going to be quite a bit nicer bases to capture than anything down over here, and I do have to make sure to capture all this shit before they get their fusion teams out. And that is, yes.
Careful review of your options.
My preparations. You hang out there. You go join him. You go join him as well. Let's go ahead and leave that alone.
Turn complete.
So you get to go march around that way. Ooh, I got Gatling squatted.
I think, and my thoughts cross the barrier into the synapses of the machine, just as the good doctor intended. But what I cannot shake, and what hints at things to come, is that thoughts cross back. In my dreams, the sensibility of the machine invades the periphery of my consciousness. Dark, rigid, cold, alien. Evolution is at work here, but just what is evolving remains to be seen.
When I say this is a creepy game, and this game has some mysterious nightmare fuel, this is the sort of stuff that's doing that. Like, neural grafting, and the machine is thinking back at you, even before you hitting things like the, oh, I was supposed to be able to get fusion power at this point. I have all the prereqs for it. And the stream went down. Yep. Anyway, this is still recording, so I'm going to go ahead and keep talking. I was supposed to have all the prereqs for fusion power at this point. So I guess I get to go build up, decide what I want to keep building. Building towards air power. That's an obvious step there. Oh, you declare war on me, and then you build a undefended base within reach of one of my Dials of the Deep. Alright, sure. I'll take some free money. Thank you. And I'm going to actually go ahead and have this guy drop off his cargo down here. Alright, we're reconnected. Stream should be coming back online anytime now. Should be back, should be back. Alright, so what we missed with the stream down is that Spartans who had declared war on me decided to go ahead and build an unprotected base immediately next to one of my sea units, which seems like a poor tactical decision. So I went ahead and squashed that. And I'm gonna... So with all my ships kind of being... Oh, a scout patrol hanging out next to my You have 33 energy. That's not really a risk of you boosting, upgrading that, and kind of charging in on me right now. So you can hang out. Scout Rover. Right, my next attack isn't to Baikonur. Mindworms. Hey! That's not how that's supposed to go. And if I leave University Base abandoned, then I do have a risk of people marching in from bullet to bolt. So let's go ahead and upgrade this to some actual weapons.
Insufficient energy.
Can I actually finish that? I can't. Oh, stop it. Wait, is that my territory or is that Yang's? That's Yang's territory. So go back down here.
Turn complete.
Build your own damn sensor array. Ah, plot point. This is the interlude you get when your first base is attacked by mindworms. Walking alone through the corridors of New Jerusalem, you skim the security reports on recent attacks by the horrific native mindworms. Giant swarms or boils of these modeled 10-centimeter nightmares have wriggled out of the fungal beds of late and now threaten to overwhelm base perimeters in several sectors. Victims are paralyzed with psi-induced terror and then experience an unimaginably excruciating death as the worms burrow into the brain to implant their ravenous larvae. Only the most disciplined security squads can overcome their fear long enough to trigger the flame guns which can keep the worms at bay. Clearly you have to tend carefully to the morale of the troops. Furthermore, since terror and surprise increase human casualties dramatically in these encounters, it will be important to strike first when mindworm boils are detected. You consider ordering some former detachments to construct sensors near vulnerable base bases to aid in such detection efforts. So clearly this is supposed to happen much more towards the beginning of the game. It kind of expects you to be attacked and kind of have mindworms attacking your bases pretty early in the game. But yeah, some serious nightmare fuel going on here, and then it turns up the volume for the next attack. Spartan Merchant Exchange is nearing a major breakthrough. That's okay.
Production complete.
Headquarters. What is UN headquarters? UN headquarters is near the Spartans, so this needs some actual stuff going on up here.
Production complete.
Mir Lab actually builds good defender unit. Let's keep turning on the attackers in here. And no, you're not even a garrison unit. You're an infantry. So scout patrol. Yeah. In fact, Baikonur. All right. So I'm actually going to take advantage of the glitch in this game where a unit that captures a base gets fully repaired, and do this basically curb stomp attack with the speeder, and then take the infantry that is still in need of repairs and use that to capture the base. So hello Baikonur. You're gonna sit around in there. University base is what I need to not leave undefended. monitoring station. The only fusion unit they've picked up so far is the artillery. So if this just marches in and drops all its units next door, we're good.
Complete.
Planet Blight destroys all farms and forests and use terrible swift sword. That's a problem. I've got a form there. Perhaps we should build more biology labs containing such outbreaks. I always forget to build biology labs. My habit became to get so dependent on the projects that give you a blank building at every base that I got out of the habit of building buildings, at least not beyond the more basic stuff. What does the Harf have to say? Zaharf salutes you. Huh. You still think that I'm going to try to buy peace with you. The AI notion of what's actually going to be good diplomacy is also a little skewed. Force superiority builds the merchant exchange. I'll make sure to capture that soon. They're building a hunter-seeker algorithm, which is going to be more of a problem for me. So you have a garrison unit. I think I'm done with needing extra military down here, because resistance down here is basically broken. Let's download some more research data. Get out of there. Oh, now I have fusion power. And fusion power, like when you finally get a reactor ability upgrade, that gets you free upgrades for all your prototypes that are in existence, and all your production upgrades are useful. I'm gonna have to go into the unit manager. Make Sugarlight. Yes, Sugarlight. So that would be a probably level 4 reactor, which I think is the Singularity reactor. Yeah, it's Fission Fusion Quantum Singularity reactor. So no, I'm just gonna. Sugarlight would be 3. Oh, yeah. Anyway, upgrades, 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 and fusion makes everything super cheaper too.
Our ancestors harnessed the power of a sun, and so again shall we. Commissioner Previn Law, the science of our fathers.
Funny that I get quotes from Pravin Lal when he's rotting in one of my punishment spheres.
Compromised.
Aww, goodbye, probe team. So what are laser skimship? Fusion foil, fusion skimship probe team. Scout speeder, fusion sea formers. No, that does remind me I should make the fusion formers actually. So nah, not yet. Disembark, everybody. Now you go back and start pestering the Spartans. Monitoring station is going to fall this turn. Yoink. So, university is down to 2 bases, and I think usually the surrender happens when they're down to strictly 1 left, but this might happen. Nope. He's gonna wait till he's got 1 left. Gonna march a probe team right up next to the speeder, which good on him, I guess. And I need to not mark. Oh, that's an artillery. So I'm not in the most danger of them ambushing my speeder if I roll out to attack. So we can at least clean up the formers here. Push my way out this way. No, I'm just gonna sit back in base. And I don't know who's hanging out in the fungus over here. So you're going to sit and do nothing. While you, on the other hand, start realizing that I should probably not send these damaged skim ships into battle.
Turn complete.
So bring them back home, get them repaired, maybe get them upgraded if I have some more money. So now that is why I wanted to put some armor.
Improvement destroyed. Production complete.
Ah, yes. Starting to get the fusion out into the world here. Fusion lab is super useful. The other problem with this game is you start getting some decision paralysis as stuff starts spreading out. There's so many different and wildly useful things you can do that, like, how do you pick between all these different things? But I know one thing I am going to have to do is actually have more useful transport stuff. And then just stack on the defenses, stack on the, make sure it doesn't get massively ambushed by Isles in the Deep. So let's go ahead and build a few of these. There. You get to go pester that. And I'm realizing a laser infantry is not actually going to be super useful. But, you know, it's bodies on the ground. I can go ahead and explore this last little blit over here. So you have 3 moves. See what sort of mess I can make over here. And then I have 1 1/3 left. That's 1 more attack. And then backing away. Some very important mobility tricks to learn in this game. So, closing in on the end of the university. It's closing in on 10 o'clock. And I think when the university finally surrenders, I will go ahead and call it a night, shut down the stream, brush my teeth, take a shower, all that stuff. Thank you all for tuning in. It's so good to see you. It's so much fun just getting a chance to go back to these old games that used to mean so much to me. So, probably be doing more of this over the next week or two. And it'll be fun. But in the meanwhile, I have to destroy science.
Production complete.
The university base gets to go ahead and just be a normal base. Zalota Gold still has not built defenders, so they're pretty much hosed. Capture. Alright, so he's down to his last base. If this isn't a surrender, then I'm going to have to just completely annihilate him. On screen. waste time and resources, never prepared to be annihilated. Very well. So after I'd finally managed to capture all of his remaining technologies, you must swear a pact to serve me. Both embrace the truths of the Lord's Scripture and pursue unfettered research. Yes, yes. You get to sit in your corner with your book. Oh, and stop fighting the hive. He's also my friend. So we're done here. Soul to gold. Alright, so let's see if I can't get that graph back up here. So this game is effectively now a cleanup situation. You can see the kind of dominance graphs here. When I started this session, I was basically neck and neck with the university, but they had a slight technological advantage. But then I just had more units and just walked right over them, because that's what the believers do. That's the entire point of the faction. So they are now screwed and subjugated. I have captured several very good bases for this stage in the game, hanging out. And in Garland Crater, Monsoon Jungle is a good spot to have command over. So there's nobody in this game who can really keep up with me. Like the Spartans will be annoying to clean up, but like once, especially if you have fusion and your opponents don't, then it's basically over. So hopefully next time I'll be able to just wash my hands of this whole mess and then see what else I want to go through and play. So
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.
there's always a little guilt trip when you try to leave this game, but I'm done here, so have a good night.